Quandre is an awesome guy, extremely hard worker. What that means is, just disciplining yourself, your eyes, your body to do the things that you need to do when you need to do them. And the more you do that and put yourself in those positions, the more it'll pay off for you in the end.
Mm-hmm. You've worked with Matt Eberflus, obviously. How do you guys kind of go with your relationship, over the years and then coming to a new spot? How do you kind of take what you learned there and kind of also do new things with the new roster here?
Yeah, well, the first thing we do is we obviously evaluate what we did in the past. But you look at these guys here, this team that we're building, and what they do well and what the players are like. So you're just trying to find the best thing that fits for the Dallas Cowboys. That's all we're interested in.
How's the evaluation period going so far? I know it's still a little bit early in terms of actually going scheme in football, but how's the evaluation period knowing guys like DaRon Bland Trevon Diggs and some of the guys you're going to have in your secondary?
I've watched some film on them. I'm excited. These guys have played some really good football here, done some really cool things. I'm just looking to be a part of it and kind of add to it and to see if they can just become better. That's what every coach's goal is you got to learn the people that you work with and then try to help improve them, and that's my job.
Matt Eberflus said that your guys' philosophy is going to be stop the run, but also to take the ball away.
Yeah.
The two guys, DaRon Bland and Trevon Diggs, have taken the ball away a lot. How do you coach taking the ball away, and does it help when guys have already had a proven track record of being able to get the ball in the air and make those kind of decisions?
Well, I always believe that success leaves clues. And the cool thing is when you get in those positions, to me the true special stuff comes out when a player's in position. So as a coach, my job is to coach the technique, critique the technique, work with the player to try to get them in the very, very best position they're in, and then all their natural stuff, the cool stuff shows up, And so once they get in that position, then the guys that are really good playmakers, they get in position to make them. And so that's exciting to me. Try to help those guys get better, and hopefully we can continue that as well.
What are your impressions so far of Brian Schottenheimer? What was your past relationship maybe with him?
Yeah. Me and Shotty worked together in Seattle, obviously. It was cool. I mean, we had a great working relationship. He was on the dark side of things at that time, being on offense. We had fun. He brings energy, excitement. We're together. We had a great time out there. And with his philosophy, the atmosphere he's trying to create here, I think it's going to be really cool.
How much of a different Brian Schottenheimer do you see already, maybe from when you've had him in Seattle now that he's the head coach? Or do you see a difference at all?
Well, I just see him as the head coach, and you see him putting his stamp on things. In Seattle, he was obviously working for Pete. We were all working for Pete, so the job of an assistant is always to kind of elevate the head coach's message. So now we have a chance to see his message and how he feels about things.
How important was it for you to come back here with Flus after being with him in
Chicago? It was important. I mean, it was really good. Flus is a good football coach, even better person, and he treated me well, gave me an opportunity coming from Seattle to Chicago, and when this opportunity presented itself because of the type of man he is, the character he has, that was important for me.
How important is it also too that you kind of be a conduit from teaching his scheme and that kind of thing with the players?
That's a part of it. I think this time of year you explore everything, and what we necessarily did in Chicago is not necessarily what we're going to do here. These guys, the cool thing about a coach is kind of figuring out all the cool things and special things guys can do, and then our job as coaches is just trying to put the best players in the best position to make the best plays they can make. And so everything's under evaluation. Everything's under critique. You even scour around through the league to try to find things. So this is just a real cool period for me because you get to create and explore stuff. So that's what excites me.
What is the major tenet of this defense? What do you guys want it to be?
Well, it's, everything we do and everything we call is to take the football away. I mean, that's number one. Taking the football away, stopping the run, being aggressive, attacking. That's the premise of all Matt Eberflus's defenses, and that will continue to be our calling card.
How do you think he handled last year in Chicago with all the stuff that went down?
Well, Chicago is a different situation. He was the head coach, so there's a lot of stuff that I wasn't privy to that he obviously had to deal with, that type of stuff. All I can say is the way he treated me was the right way. We had a great time on defense, exploring and trying to learn new things and trying to get guys better. So I anticipate that to continue on.
What do you think of the guys you have coming back in your secondary?
Well, I think we can be very good. We're going to push and strive to be our very best, and we'll see how far that takes us.
I mean, you talk about taking the ball away. You've had guys, Diggs, Bland, guys that have done it.
Yeah.
Is that a teachable skill, or is that something guys that kind of born with?
Well, I think there's, like I said, success leaves clues. You got to be in position, and the ball has to be on the forefront of your mind. There's different ways to take the ball away. You can intercept it, you can punch it, you can strip. I mean, there's all kinds of ways, but at the end of the day, the guy's got to get in position, and he has to have the thought on his mind to attack the football, and that's what we're going to try to help bring to the forefront.